Hey honeys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a review and first impression on the St. Tropez Self Tan Purity. This is the bronzing water gel. I actually got sent this product as well as the St. Tropez bronzing water face mist along with a St. Tropez applicator mitt from the brand St. Tropez as well as Influencer. So thank you so much for sending me this product, or these products I should say. I am so excited to try them out. So I have to be honest, I am kind of a diehard fan of the Loving Tan 2-Hour Express. That is just what I've always used since I started self-tanning about a year ago. I was always really scared to self-tan no matter what the product was, who made it. It didn't matter to me. I was always super scared. And then I did some research and I watched a ton of videos on Loving Tan and tried it and fell in love with it, and it's been my go-to ever since. So I know St. Tropez is a very reputable brand and I've heard such amazing things about them, but I'm kind of getting that beginner's nervousness again on trying a new tanning product just because I have super sensitive skin. So when it comes to anything that I'm putting on my skin, I just get a little bit scared. So I actually did try out the bronzing water face mist this morning. I have makeup on now, so it would be kind of hard to tell how it worked, but that video will be up shortly, probably in about a week or so, because I'm going to try that out for a few days and see how it turns out and kind of take you guys along on the progress with me. So stay tuned for that video, but today is going to be the all over body face, oh my god. This is going to be the all over body bronzing water gel review. Like I said, I am so excited to try this product. Of course, with any type of tanning product, you do want to make sure that you are prepping your skin ahead of time so that it's ready to go for tanning. So yesterday, about 24 hours ago, I did shower and shave. I actually prefer to use a men's razor, so I used that razor to shave my legs, and then I also did exfoliate. So to exfoliate, I used the Tree Hut Charcoal Black Sugar Scrub. This has been my go-to exfoliator for the past month or so. I really loved what it has done for my skin. It makes it feel super soft and smooth, so I love that. I used to always use a Bath & Body Works aromatherapy exfoliator, but I did not have time to go to the mall, so I ran to a drugstore close by my house and I found that, and I've actually really been loving it. So I used that to exfoliate along with a loofah, and that kind of got off any of my excess tan that I had, because I did have a tan on from a couple weeks ago that was kind of starting to wear off. Well, not starting to wear off, it was worn off, but there was some spots that were still just a little bit blotchy. So that got the rest of that off, and of course exfoliated any of the dead skin. And now, like I said, it's been about 24 hours since I did all of that, so the pores are all closed up and ready to go and ready for tanning. So the first thing you want to do, of course, when you tan is to lotion any of your dry areas, so I'll be sure to do that. I'm going to take you guys along on this tanning process. I've never made a tanning video, so I don't know exactly how to do this, but we're going to do it together. We're going to find out, okay? But yeah, so let's get into the review and first impression, and I'm really excited. Oh, and before I actually show you all of that, I did want to just quickly read to you guys what the back of the bottle says, just so you have some information on what the product is, how it works, all of that. So this says, achieve a natural looking golden glow in just 3 hours with this ultra hydrating and tropically scented bronzing water gel. Clear and lightweight with no stickiness or transfer. So this does not transfer to your clothes or anything like that, which is awesome. Tropically scented with no telltale sign, transforms from a gel to water in contact with skin. So it is very water based, as you can see in the bottle. It is a water, so that's pretty cool. So you can shake it and everything, and it is water, but it does transform into a gel. No need to rinse off, so you don't even have to rinse this off. That is one thing I know when I use my Loving Tan. After I apply it, I do rinse it off after about 2 hours, so there's no need to rinse this one off. It's packed with hyaluronic acid for up to 72-hour hydration and a longer lasting tan. Infused with 100% naturally derived tanning active and hibiscus extract to help protect the skin against the effects of pollution and environmental aggressors, excuse me. This is vegan friendly, which is awesome and super exciting for me. Formulated without parabens, and it is against animal testing, which I love. So golden rules for the perfect sunless tan. So we want to exfoliate 24 hours prior to use, which like I said, we already did that. Moisturize dry areas including hands, elbows, knees, ankles, feet, and any light hair. So that's definitely something I always do. I always put lotion on any of my dry spots because if not, the tan will stick and it'll look kind of patchy and it's just not going to go on the best. So you want to definitely do that. Step 2, for best results, apply to skin using our tan applicator mitt in upward circular motions, ensuring all areas are covered. Finally, lightly glide the excess gel on your mitt over hands and feet. The product gives a light gleam to guide your application and ensure no missed patches. So that is the one thing with this. You will not be able to tell, like when you put another kind of tanner on the mitt, you can kind of see that it's darker, and when you put it on your skin, you can still see like where you put it, but this one does not give you a guide. The only thing is it kind of glistens a little bit. So that's one thing I'm kind of nervous about, that I'm not gonna give it an even application, but we'll see. Step 3. Wait until touch dry before getting dressed. No need to rinse off. You will see a glow after 3 hours, but before getting skin wet, allow 8 hours for your natural looking tan to fully develop. Step 4, to prolong and maintain your tan, moisturize daily, exfoliate regularly, and reapply as required. Do's and don'ts. Carry out a patch test 24 hours prior to use. Wash palms after use. Self-tan may stain. Do not apply to broken or irritated skin. Stop if irritation occurs. Do not get in eyes. If you do, rinse well with water. Avoid contact with lips. Store below 30 degrees. And then it just gives you some sun safety warnings. So there you have it. I did want to read that just so you guys knew exactly what we were getting into here. And now we are going to head and do the tan. Alright, so I just changed into a tank top and I'm going to moisturize all my dry spots. So I'm just using Vaseline for men. This is Healing Moisture. I am using this is Chandler's, but I'm using this because I try to use something that's not scented. I don't know if that's something that I actually heard you shouldn't do, or if it's just something I always thought wouldn't be a good idea to use with a tanner, but I've never used a scented lotion when tanning. I really don't know why. I don't know if that's something that I heard or if it's just something that I decided was a good idea, but I've never done it and I don't intend on starting now. So of course we're going on the knees as well, and then on the ankles. Alright, so we have our tan applicator mitt. And I'm just putting this on. And as you can see, it really looks like water, which is kind of scary to me. And I'm just going to apply it to my arm. So you can definitely see that glisten there, like where we applied it. You can definitely see a sheen. So that is pretty cool. So at least you can know like where you did apply it to already. And I try not to go too much on my like hands or fingers, but when there is a little bit of excess left, I just kind of swipe it down and get any of my fingers or hand area that I didn't get. Alright, so I just got finished applying the tan all over my body. So right now I cannot see anything. I mean, my skin does not look any different. Obviously that's expected because it is a clear gel. But that is the only reason I do feel a little nervous coming out of it, because I really couldn't tell what I was doing or where I was putting it. It definitely did have that glisten like they were talking about, but I still couldn't tell what I was doing exactly. So I'm a little scared that I applied way too much in some area and way not enough in other areas. So it's a little confusing in that sense, just because I really don't know what it's going to end up looking like. I feel like when I use my other tanner, I can see kind of what it's expected to look like, and this I'm just a little nervous that I can't see what was going on. But it is pretty cool though, because since you don't have to rinse it off, or it doesn't you know, transfer to things, you can just kind of put it on and go, and it only takes 3 hours to develop, which really is not a very long time for a tanner to develop. So you can kind of put it on, get ready, and then go wherever you're going, and it will continue to develop while you're out. It doesn't transfer to your clothes, you don't need to rinse it off, so it's kind of just ready for you to go out. But you cannot get it wet for 8 hours, which means that I will not be able to take a shower until later. It does feel a little bit tacky that I am noticing now. I've had it on for about 5 minutes and it does have a little bit of a tacky feel to it. So that's the one part about tanning that I just kind of wish I could wash it off right away, but you know, with my 2-hour express from Loving Tan, after 2 hours, I can rinse it off and it still continues to develop. This one, it does develop after 3 hours, but I can't rinse it off for 8 hours. So that's one thing that kind of is a downside for me, just because I want to be able to wash it off as quickly as I can. But I do understand that they say to wait 8 hours just so that the tan is fully developed. Even though it begins to develop after 3 hours, they tell you to wait that full 8 hours just so you can see the maximum results and have your best, most natural glowing tan. So I love the smell of it so far. It has a very tropical scent to it. It is very kind of like sweet. It's just a really great smell. I love that sort of smell, so I really liked that about it. I am not sure if it's going to start having a tanning smell. I honestly though don't mind that self-tanner smell. I know that kind of bothers a lot of people, but I actually have never really had a problem with that. I don't mind that smell. I kind of like the smell actually, so I don't know, but if I do realize that that is starting to happen, I will definitely let you guys know if I noticed that at all or if not. But right now it just has a very kind of refreshing tropical smell. Yeah, it smells really good. But yeah, so like I said, right now you really can't see any type of difference in my skin. It's obviously only been on for a few minutes, so it's not noticeable yet. But I think that is a really cool thing about it. That's definitely a plus if you're someone who wants to just put their tanner on and then be able to go and it's just developing throughout the day. Like, you know, with other tanners, you see it on you, which means that you have to rinse it off so that your natural self-tanned look is underneath, you know, the guide. This doesn't have a guide, so I don't know. It has its pros and cons. I think it's a pretty cool idea, but I am a little bit nervous about it. Although, look at how clean my tanning mitt stayed after I put the tanner on. There's literally nothing because it's a clear gel. So there's nothing on here right now. I'm curious to see if after the 3 hours that this will start looking a little bit dirty as well, because if you saw my other tanning mitts, they're disgusting. So this one right now is literally looks like I haven't even touched it yet, but that's why I'm kind of curious if as this tan starts to develop, it'll start to develop on the mitt as well. So we'll see. But yes, that is the whole process so far. I'm really excited to wash this off in 8 hours and I will check back in with you guys once it is fully developed to give you my final thoughts. Good morning. So it is the next morning after using my St. Tropez bronzing water gel from the Purity line, and I have to say that I am honestly loving the color that this made me. I mean, I feel like I look so naturally bronzed and golden. It is just a beautiful shade and I am seriously loving it. The only thing I do have to say is the one downside going into it that I was a little bit nervous about is the fact that there is no guide, being that it is a clear gel, so you can't see what you're applying or how much you're applying. So as you can see, I missed like a big spot right here. This is all obviously missed. I also missed like a spot right here on my hand. I did notice this morning after I got out of the shower that I missed some other spots like on my back as well. So I did take a shower. It's been about 13 hours since I applied the tanner and I just went to bed after that, got up this morning, took a shower, and this is what the color looks like. So, you know, after I took a shower and everything, I wasn't sure if it was going to kind of blend out any of the harsh lines, but it didn't. It looked exactly the same as when I woke up and I really love the color. I mean, the only downside is the fact that since I couldn't see what I was doing, I didn't notice that I really missed a lot of big areas on my body that, you know, places like this would be noticeable. It's getting warmer outside, so if I went out in just a tank top, obviously you would notice if this whole section of my arm was not tanned. The only other thing is that, you know, it does tell you to leave it on without getting it wet for at least 8 hours so that you can really see the full tan develop to its maximum results. But it does say that within 3 hours you should start seeing a natural glow forming, and I did not. I mean, I was up for about 5 hours after I applied the tanner, and I really didn't see the tan develop at all, besides on my hand. So that was another place I noticed that I really put way too much. I usually try to be very careful when I'm putting any type of tanner on my hand. I really don't even put it on my hand. I kind of just take any excess and just kind of run it over so that it doesn't look bare. But as you can see here, I kind of missed like all inside the fingers. So that, you know, doesn't look too blended or great. And also my knuckles, that's what I kind of started noticing to look tanner about 4 hours after I applied the tanner. I looked down at my hands and I was like, oh my god, my hands are looking so tan, and also on my palms. So I actually did wash my hands after I applied the tanner. Of course, it does tell you to do that, and I did do that, but I did still notice that it looks extra tan today compared to the rest of my body. Also, I don't know if you can really tell, but I feel like I missed a big chunk on my neck as well. So there's that. It all kind of stems back to that same thing, being that there is no guide. It was kind of hard to tell exactly what I was doing, where I was applying it, how much or how little I was applying, and I guess I'm just gonna have to practice that. I also did want to mention that my tanning mitt did stay clean, so that was a big plus to me, because I'm telling you, dirty tanning mitts just really get under my skin. I absolutely hate that, and having this and looking at this morning and seeing that the tan did not develop on the mitt was really awesome to me. And I don't know, it's just something that I thought was worth noting, because that makes me pretty happy. Also, I did want to say that after a while, I want to say probably about an hour or so after the tanner was applied to my body, I did start to notice that tan smell, like that self-tanner smell. So, you know, it did have that beautiful tropical scent when I first put it on, but after a while I did start smelling that self-tanner type of scent. Like I mentioned, that smell really does not bother me. I feel like I'm the only person in the world who is not bothered by the self-tanner smell, but it was fine for me. But you do start to notice it after a while. I, you know, smelled it as I was going to sleep. So, you know, I started to smell it about an hour after and smelled it until I took a shower this morning. So this product does retail for either $42 or $44, which it really is not a bad price in my opinion. It's 6.7 fluid ounces. So depending on how long this tan actually lasts, I really feel like this price is not bad at all. I would say that's right within average self-tanner price range. And for the color that it is, I really think that that is a decently priced product. And like I said, let's see how long it lasts. But if it lasts a pretty decent amount of time too, then I would say that I would definitely purchase this product to use again. And also, you know, we did talk about how I missed this big spot here, but being that it is clear, it does not transfer, and you do not need to rinse it off, I can just kind of put some more on my mitt and try to fix the areas that I missed, and hopefully throughout the day while I go out, they will start to develop on their own, and that way it will not look as bad as this. So overall, I highly recommend this product. I really do love it. I would say this is a product for someone who tans more often, who knows how to tan, because if not, you're gonna end up with spots like this, like I did, where you missed whole sections. But overall, I would say the color is very beautiful. I really think that this gives you a very naturally bronzed glow, and I absolutely love that. It does not look orange, it does not look fake, it doesn't look like a self-tanner, and I love that. I mean, this is really the complexion that I get when I lay out in the sun for you know, a few hours, and I'm really trying not to do that anymore because of all the dangers of laying in the sun. So I love that this gave me that look like I just came from the beach without actually going to the beach. So I really, really do like this product. I highly recommend it. Like I said, the only downside is, of course, that there is no guide, so you do have to be careful when you are applying it to the skin. Try to be very thorough in making sure that you hit every piece of skin. But of course, like I said, on the opposite side of that, you can fix it the next day if you really have to, because it does start to develop. It does take a little bit longer on me personally to develop, as the bottle said it would. I don't know how it will be for everyone else, but I did not really see that glow starting after 3 hours like it said I would. It took me a bit longer, but I am still going to try to apply some more to these areas right now to fix it before I leave the house, and I really do recommend it. And then of course the only other downside to some people would be that it does have that self-tanner smell, but that's going to be kind of hard to get rid of or to get away from in any self-tanner. I mean, most self-tanners are going to have that smell. So yeah, I really recommend this product, and I hope that everyone will try this product out. I definitely see myself going out and purchasing this product. Like I said, I was sent this complimentary for review purposes, but I definitely think that I will go out again and purchase this product to try it out again and to make part of my normal tanning routine. So I really hope you guys liked this video. If you did and you like seeing review videos or even just different tanning type videos, please let me know. I'd love to make them, and I will see everyone on the next one. Bye!